in Spain. Well, actually, we're in the Canary Islands, which is Spain. Off the coast of southern Morocco is the Basketball Champions League. It's the second semifinal. Iberostar Tenerife and Umana Reyer Venezia. And Benjamin Ordner wins the opening tip against Georgios Bogris of Iberostar Tenerife. So it's the Greece international, Michael Bramos, getting it over to Haynes. And Bramos is going to launch one early. He's going to hit the three-pointer. How about that for a player who has been big time for Venezia?
Well, Bramos has the experience, doesn't he? He's been there and done it all before. And that's a solid start. We didn't see that from either team in the first game, but the nerves. No such thing for Venezia.
Well, talk about Greece international. Here's another one, Bogris. And he gets it to Ricciotti. And Ricciotti answers the captain, El Capitan.
Well, he could have been fouled on that one as well, but you know what is, for me, the youngest looking backcourt in the Basketball Champions League starts off with a three.
And now Dornekamp, or excuse me, Will Hanley called for a foul on Voja Peric, the Croatian. And you can really, interesting, well, replay, shall we say.
Yeah, you can see Hanley immediately just didn't know what had happened. He said you could see him mouth out, that's a flop, as soon as the referee called it.
Peric puts it on the deck. That's where he's really good. He gets in close, doesn't get it to go. Ordner with the rebound. Haynes puts up a three. He was fouled. No, he wasn't. Excuse me. And Ricciotti now. We missed a lot of games earlier this season when he was injured. Now San Miguel for three. Haynes goes behind his back now, over to Ordner, and the left-handed jumper bounces up and in. Got some love from the rim.
Yeah, soft touch, the lefty. They always seem to have a soft touch, but he's got that range, Ordner, that can step out.
The lefties always look better. I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter what the sport. Ricciotti.
I thought you was going to tell us she was left-handed then.
Ordner again, nope. Hands it off to Bramos. Tyrus McGee down on the low block. Peric goes to work against Bogris. Now McGee lets it fly and hits another three, and he was fouled on the play.
No, foul under the basket, yeah. On the rebound. Basket will count, but...
Okay, so the foul on Ordner. So the three-pointers are falling so far. Really for both teams.
Yeah. But you know what? That was some great defense in Tenerife as well. Rotation absolutely spot on, but still, you know, Venezia able to make the contested shot.
Ricciotti over to his right. A little bit of help from Ordner to get it back to Hanley. Now Dornekamp. And McGee knocks it away. Now Ordner gets it to McGee, and he was fouled by Ricciotti.
I said, didn't I? I think they're fired up to play in this atmosphere. Venezia, they've come out so impressively indeed. You know, they're not a team. You can't look at any statistical category and see how they're going to defeat Tenerife coming into this game. But, you know, just the effort. They'll make enough shots to keep close or take the lead, and they just do a bit of everything.
Bramos puts up another one. And Hanley, another board for him. Bogris fakes the handoff. Now Dornekamp for three, short, and good job down low from Hanley to get the rebound. But again, Venezia doing a good job getting a handoff in the face there. Bramos into Peric, and Peric turns and scores.
Oh, they switch on the pick and roll, mismatch, they go to the inside. We saw how difficult in the last game that can be sometimes. But Venezia made it look very easy. They've looked very comfortable offensively.
And Dornicamp drew the foul from Peric. I think that was before the shot. Both of these guys, yeah, definitely going for the steal. Both of these guys have been on the team of the week. They've had some outstanding displays during the regular season and the playoffs. Now San Miguel. No look pass. And to Bogris now, and Bogris puts it up over Peric. Look at that crowd there, charged up. Haynes. McGee slips down. Haynes has it. Haynes. Wow, what a bounce pass, but then Ortner slips down and fumbles the ball away. That was an opportunity. Dornicamp left open. Hanley with another rebound. Renchote takes it. Quick pass to Peric, and he beats his man Dornicamp down the floor. And the goal interference, the goaltending, because the ball had already gone up off the glass.
Gives both teams a bit of a breather. I mean, I was watching Marquis Haynes and coaches before will see the replay, clear goaltend. You know, find the weak link. And Marquis Haynes getting back in defensive transition was slow. He never picked anybody up. He was gassed because the play's gone up and down. But Tenerife couldn't punish him and then going the other way, open layup. Because somebody on the Tenerife team was the weak link and they got found out.
So Stefano Tonu has come in and he picks up a quick foul there, number 7. And also Marius Grigonis has checked in for Iberostar Tenerife, number 13. And Grigonis, one of those players that was at the Olympics back in Rio de Janeiro with Lithuania. Grigonis doesn't mess around, goes right in and scores.
What an impact from him. Off the bench, drops the shoulder, takes all the contact. Great play from him.
Tonu pulls up just behind the line, and Hanley is really doing a good job cleaning up the boards. Picks up another one. San Miguel very shifty, and boy, somehow didn't turn it over there. Bogris goes in and puts it up. I wouldn't say that's a thing of beauty, but boy, he's got a soft touch, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Took advantage where he needed to. Not usually a shot he would take, but got to the basket because his man had been knocked to the floor.
Saw some daylight. The veteran Ortner over to Peric. Peric, just silky smooth, finds his way inside.
Just a little freeze, the hesitation. Defense could do nothing about it.
And now an offensive foul called on Hanley.
His second. Not sure why Hanley's listed as 9 on the scoreboard, but is wearing number 11.
Well, he goes out, and Abramitis, is in the game, number 21.
Like for like, though, with those two. Abramitis brings a lot of the same sort of strengths as Hanley. Substitution, Edgerman for the first time as well.
Well, good defense, forces a turnover now. San Miguel, he's going to go all the way in. No, he's going to hand it back. And Dornicamp missed the dunk, but he's got it back. Abramitis turns and draws the foul.
What I love, you know, you don't want to see a missed dunk, but what great tenacity from San Miguel, not to give up, followed up the play no matter how likely it was there was going to be a score, and that's what's created the second offense and a foul against the key guy for Venezia.
Gavin White No-look pass, and I think he probably faked out his own teammate, Bogris. And quickly, the retaliation. Marquez Haynes finds Bramos.
Oh, what a game this has been so far. Action both ends, both teams playing well offensively. You know, strong defense as well, as we see another steal. Nope.
And Edgem just crashes into us. Chasing that ball. And I'll tell you what, boy, I'm glad that table's there. That's all I can say, because that's a big man. Hagen's also in the game, and Filoy.
Change of defense. Looks like a 3-2 zone here for Venezia. That's going to be interesting. You know, there's a lot of three-point shooters on this Tenerife team. You know, 4 good ones out there right now. So if they can find the space to punish this zone.
Grigonis goes baseline. Shot clock winding down. Over to Grigonis. 5 on the shot clock. He gets in the paint, takes the contact, puts it up and in.
No, well, it doesn't matter what defense you run. If you're going to let Grigonis get that deep in the paint off the dribble, it's 2 points.
Cipriano going to be getting into the game here for Venezia. Tonu, back to Edgem. Filoy puts it up on the baseline. Good!
Looked like he had lost it, didn't he, on the dribble, but still.
Umana Reyer Venezia, they have come to play. They are going to give everything they've got to try to get to that final to face Banvit. Abromaitis right on target. Boy, there was no doubt about that, was there?
Yeah, they had the 3-2 figured out completely. Rotation wasn't right there.
Baron Vassis also going to come in. Now Davin White putting the pressure on Tonu, who responds, tries to get it to Hagens. Hagens can't control it, and he will come out. Now Bramos will come out for Viziano. So very good rotation working for Venezia. They've already played 10 players, and same for Iberostar Tenerife.
I think the game's been so fast, they've had to go to the bench, but it's good to get everybody you might need in early, get them a touch, get them confident. Back to man this time, not a switching though.
Vasquez turns, puts it up, short. Filoy with the rebound. His fellow Argentinian national team coach, Hernandez, watching in the stands. And Vigiano hits it off the backboard. Now shifty move there from Davin White. Oh, what a play, but he doesn't get it to fall. Boy, he's been good, hasn't he?
Yeah. No, I don't think we're going to get too many 24-second violations in this game, yeah. You know, it's up and down. You see, early screen, White just snakes off it, gets into the lane. You know, you always tell young players you should go up with 2 hands, but, you know, that's a tactic from White, keeping the ball in 1 hand because it stays away from the defender, drawing that contact, and he's got the ability to pick it up and to finish with just 1.
So Davin White goes from almost having a 3-point play opportunity to missing the first free throw. He makes 1 of 2. Now some full court pressure here. And Filoy and Venezia read it. Those token full court pressure. Ball goes through Edgem's hands, but he gets it back. That's a mismatch.
Yeah, there's a good switch on the weak side of the floor.
Shot clock winding down. Filoy puts it up, and the ball knocked away. Filoy almost looks Luis Stola-like out there. Now Davin White, oh, beautiful drive.
And again, the one-handed pickup, isn't it? He gets it up from the dribble and releases it so quickly. Defense don't know what to do about it.
Monte de Rafael has called timeout. His team now leads it 18-16. Field goal percentage, Lloyd, 8 of 14 for Umana Reyer Venezia. I can't see them keeping it up that high, 57%. Iberostar Tenerife, they're starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of found their rhythm now, haven't they? But the interesting thing for me, for Venezia, they got no stars almost, but they got a lot of similar pieces. And it means they can be really interchangeable, which is such a different look to most teams that they give you. You know, they don't have true bigs. They don't have small guards. So you can't really post up. It's difficult for you to play against them. You've got to find your rhythm. Maybe Tenerife have done that already. Maybe Venezia will come back again.
Well, Davin White has brought some impetus to the game, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
As has Dragonis.
Yeah. Well, it's the dribble penetration and being able to get into the lane. And when you get in there, so many good things happen. If you don't get a good shot yourself, it's nice to kick out from there for shooters.
Now Edgem.
He's got a mismatch. See what they do here.
Oh, turns, puts it up, and fouled before the shot by Davin White for the reach.
Yeah, it's the first time Tenerife have pressed, and then when they get back into the man-to-man, the mismatches have been exploited. Apart from that time, they've done a good job of White then switching with somebody else so he's not guarding Edgem.
Looked like a tough call there on Davin White. Not too much wrong with that. Now Peric. Viziano's shot clock winds down, gets it up, and throws it over the rim. Still 0.5 seconds left on the shot clock, and it's Venezia ball.
Well, Tenerife need to make sure no foul and no tip. So no lob to the ring, and just don't foul the guy that's shooting. Make sure you've got inside position to rebound.
Another chance. Haynes is going to put up a three, and he's going to hit it. Oh,
said you got to get inside position to rebound. Yeah, it's the problem. You know you got to shoot it quickly, less than a second.
Final 10 seconds here, the opening quarter. And Umana Reyer Venezia land a big blow. Now Davin White puts up a three. Abramides can't catch it. Tonu and tries to get the break instead of launching it from deep. And Umana Reyer Venezia lead it 21-16. A very low-scoring first quarter here for the Final Four host, the Iberostar Tenerife. Well, they couldn't have asked for a better start. As you look at Umana Reyer Venezia shooting 50% inside the arc, they've got 3 threes, 3 of 5. They're matching Tenerife on the boards. And look at that, 7 assists for Umana Reyer Venezia.
I think for Venezia, the key thing, they've only scored 21 points. So it's not like they've come out blazing hot offensively, but they've held Tenerife to 16, which is really important, really impressive for them. And that's how they can stay in the game, even if they don't shoot it particularly well. You know, even if they got things they could get better at, they're doing enough. And Tenerife, a team which is so efficient offensively, usually, you know, has struggled. They haven't got going from beyond the three-point line, have they? Just 1 of 6. So you still feel like Tenerife have got some more to give, but so far, all right for Venezia.
Well, we had a conversation with all of the coaches yesterday at the same time, and the one thing that Walter de Rafael said, we have to avoid allowing Iberostar Tenerife to go on one of these patented runs, which has made them so difficult to beat this year. They keep coming at you, but you do wonder about the psychology, the mental state of mind. It's been a long season. They've had some bad results, or losing results, in Spain of late.
Yeah. One of the things as well, we saw Monaco doing the same thing earlier, but they had to commit so many fouls to take away that rhythm. Venezia haven't. They only committed 5 in that first quarter. They didn't give up a lot of free throws, just 2 for Tenerife, so nobody's got 2 fouls for them. So 1 quarter down, almost spot on.
So second quarter underway. And Farron Bassett back outside to White. Pump fake, kicks it back out to Abromaitis. He decides to take it inside, and I suppose they'll be willing to take that. He's such a good three-point shooter. If he can get the look, he's going to take that. That's for sure, Abromaitis. But they do not want to give that away to him. And now an offensive foul.
But then at the same, to go back again, but at the same time, some of you says you'd rather Abromaitis puts the ball on the floor and is forced to take like a tough pull-up like that. It was probably one step too far into the paint for the defense to be really happy, but, you know, it's better than a catch-and-shoot three, that's for sure.
Alley-oop pass. It led him too much, but what a pass from Vasquez. And they get it to Abromaitis for the three.
The catch-and-shoot three, like we said, that's what you don't want to give up. I mean, frustrating for them. They sprinted in on the lob, but a great kick out from Vasquez.
And that comes after a turnover, after an offensive foul from Venezia.
A 5-point start to this second quarter, isn't it?
Edgem, long jumper. Now Davin White and Iberostar Tenerife with an opportunity to take the lead. And good pressure there in the corner from Marquez Haynes. Now Marius Dragonis. Vasquez to Bassis. Bassis back outside. They continually go outside. It's Dragonis. Abromaitis with the rebound. Now Bassis for three. Oh, they're going to get their threes, aren't they? They may not make them, but they're going to take a lot of them. Edgem. Now Philoy puts up a three. Abromaitis fouled by Melvin Edgem.
It's a fascinating battle between these two teams because they're both almost trying to do the same thing. You know, a lot of switching, a lot of interchanging between multiple players. For Venezia, you see they've got no, you know, Melvin Edgem's the biggest man out there on the floor. He was going against Vasquez, who's like 7 foot, but they switch a lot. They just make sure they guard the ball. And that's one of the strengths of Tenerife as well. With guys like Dornenkamp, Abromaitis, Hanley, they do a similar kind of system.
So really right now, this Iberostar Tenerife team going small.
Yep.
And Bassis over to Abromaitis.
That's too easy defensively, you know, you can't give up that. Just a simple roll to the ring.
Look at the harassing defense, and the kick was called on Bassis. Well, they just come at you in waves. Look at that.
It's just the energy, isn't it?
Clarence had no idea that Bassis was there. He was lucky to maintain possession. Now Haynes, oh, he hits the three. Well, that was quite a riposte.
Zone look again.
Dragonis, oh, what a play from Iberostar Tenerife. I mean, it was like they were going through a walkthrough before the game.
Yeah, every time they've gone 3-2 zone, Tenerife recognize and pick it apart.
Haynes, he's just hit a three. Now over to McGee, who gets up in there, nowhere to go. Great defense from Dornenkamp. Over to White, and Lex not to take it. Look at him spread the floor, though. The man-to-man from Venezia. Now Abromaitis, 4 on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to dribble penetrate. It's going to be White. He's going to put up a long three. Now that triggers a potential break, and Edgem almost has it taken away. Boy, Davin White with his quick hands. Edgem hands it off to Bramos. Oh, that was quality. Great patience by Edgem, and Bramos read the situation to perfection.
Edgem's a difficult matchup right now for Tenerife. They don't know how to guard him. They went big against him, and that didn't really work, and now they're going small, and he's too strong, can post up so well.
Abromaitis, Bramos guarding him, and Abromaitis has just got the best jump shot out there right now, folks. It looks like everything he puts up is going in. Look at that, 5 of 5 inside the arc, Abromaitis. Marquez Haynes calls the play. He's going to go for three. He's going to be fouled by Davin White. What a play. I tell you what, Marquez Haynes showing some responsibility here. And he definitely got bumped.
Yeah. Do you know what? When I first saw it, I didn't think it was a foul. And the crowd was going crazy. I saw a couple of people. You should see the reaction.
Yeah.
But it was the right call, absolutely. And it was a poor foul from White. Shot clock to 3 seconds. It's an incredible shot if Haynes makes it. Let him try. You know, just make sure you rebound.
So Marquez Haynes comes up big twice in a row. And St. Miguel back in. Tariq Kirksey also in, the veteran. Haynes misses the second. What an interesting signing that was. Tariq Kirksey, who had played in Spain before, played for France, their national team. But just kind of like a real a savvy veteran, isn't he?
I mean, he's been there and done it, hasn't he? 38 years of age now.
Is he? 38?
Yeah.
He's catching up to me. He's passed you, hasn't he? So another good defense. A little bit, if you can do it, we can do it too from Venezia. A little bit of full court pressure here. And look at that. They just were ready for it. I tell you, Bogus has really trimmed up this year, it looks like. Seemed like at the Olympic qualifying tournament last year for Greece, he was a little heavier. Now Grigonis pulling the shot clock for three. And Tonut. Barrett asks for it. Tonut says, I'm just going to take this myself. Now, what a play from the young man. And look at the coach, he's fired up. Falta de Rafael. He and his players have come ready.
You got the ball, 1 of 4. You got the ball, 1 down. You got the ball, 1 down. Portero. Hey, we need the ball in. Hey, where's the paper, okay? Another 2 points, keep the passing. ¿Vale? A ver. En lugar de salir en la de tiro, estaba Aaron solo. Pase más. No llegan. No es una cuestión de marcar tu sello o no, sino de tienen
Well, Lloyd, as we come back and look at some of the highlights, tell us one of the big factors in this game.
Well, we saw the highlight of Tib Amravaitis. He hit the 3 just a second ago, but that's one of just 2 threes for Tenerife in this game. They are 2 of 11 from beyond the 3-point line. On the other side, Venezia, they're shooting very well, 4 of 7. And don't forget, they also have the three foul shots as well from Marquez Haynes when he was fouled shooting the 3. So that's where, the difference right now in the game, the 3-point threat of Venezia.
So Venezia have, they want to take the threes.
Yeah.
They'll continue to take them. They'll put up about 30 before the game's over without question. Maybe 35, 40. And then it goes to Bogus. And Ordner did enough to put him off the shot. Good reaction from him. Bogus needs to finish that. Haynes again, that's his spot on the floor, but this time he's short.
It's probably the best look he's had. Well executed play. Just always looks short.
Now inside to Bogus. He spins, he goes up, and he gets some contact from Tonut on the head.
It looks simple, that offense, but just so good from Tenerife. I mean, they attack. They have the presence of mind to not rush or not force any action, but then they also know how to move the ball swiftly enough to get it inside to Bogus on the mismatch against Tonut. I mean, Tonut's in there, no help at all, trying to guard the big man one-on-one.
Well, Bogus can knot it at 30. He played in Spain before with Bilbao. Then he moved, he signed here. He liked the project, liked the idea that they were going to be in the Basketball Champions League. And he was actually the player of the week one week, MVP of the week, rather. He missed the free throw, though. Parrots in the lane, off to Ortner, and oh, what a play from Kirksey, but then Ortner stayed after it, got the rebound.
Nothing easy in this game. You head fake, you send the big man pass, and then the 38-year-old vet's flying over to block your shot. And great work from Kirksey.
Look at that. Tariq Kirksey says, this is our house, and you're not going to make this shot. But Ortner is, you know, with Hagen's having the injury, I think has become even more and more important for this Venezia team. He's been around, you know?
Yeah.
And he makes both of them. And look at the Venezia fans that have traveled. They've got a nice little section over there behind the bench. Gavin White back in, now Dornekamp and Garnerkamp! Well, it's about time for him.
Yeah, first points of the game. You can see the sort of frustration, and then a rare three as well for Tenerife as well.
He's been one of the best three-point shooters for this Tenerife team. So that should come as no surprise. Filoy. Off to Ortner. Not a good shot.
No, the shot clock was low though, so they probably needed to work to get a better one before that.
Dornekamp sees some daylight. Bogus just behind the line, a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a great one. You know, I praise the patience of them that time. Bogus faked the shot, didn't have the rhythm, probably should have then moved it on and got something better.
Well, Iberostar will come back into the game.
So if he hasn't cooled off.
So Kirksey has given some good minutes. He comes out. Chus Villareta knows him well. Thought he would be a good addition to the team, as he has been. And now a kick. So they're going to reset it to 14. Oh, that was almost a trip from Bogus, wasn't it? Filoy. And ball batted over to San Miguel. So two true point guards on the court right now for Iberostar Tenerife. San Miguel and Gavin White. Gavin White shakes and bakes, gets it over. Another one for Dornekamp. It's good. He's starting to heat up.
Well, we said the three-point shooting is key. Tenerife starting to knock them down, and now they take the lead.
6 points for him, 6 quick points. And now it's a dangerous time for Umana Reyer Venezia. Edge him. Bogus. Another board.
I see a timeout if they score here.
Iberostar, and good job from Edgem not to give that away. Filoy. And they're not going to count that from Dornekamp, but he's feeling it. Clearly, he has they call it the nudge there, but watch this. Dornekamp goes ahead and takes the shot and makes it. There's a man dressed in a white wedding dress behind the Iberostar Tenerife bench. Is that Sharona? My Sharona?
Maybe. They seem to love the song here.
And San Miguel makes the first one. Not a flashy guard, but boy, He does a lot of the dirty work. And Iberostar tried to tell the Bosnia-Herzegovina referee, that's our ball. And it was obviously blatantly obvious that it had gone off Iberostar, because the referee was laughing. Oh, now McGee, that pass intercepted. That's just right into the hands of Dornekamp. Iberostar being bumped by McGee. And you can see that offensively, he's such a danger that they just cannot allow him to get free. But that's probably taking it a little too far there. You're not going to steal that. A minute and a half remaining here in the opening half.
He's been the difference, isn't he, Iberostar? Just looking at the scorers, 14 now for him. No one else from Tenerife's got more than 6, and Dornekamp's got all of those in the last couple of minutes off those 2 threes.
Yeah, Iberostar is just steady, but what a luxury to have a player like Iberostar coming off the bench. I mean, you're talking about a top-flight player.
Yeah.
Milloy guarded by San Miguel. Iberostar Tenerife really trying to lower the boom here at the end of the half. And McGee, long jumper. Miguel with the rebound. San Miguel gets it back. He's going to have a go. Iberostar with the rebound. Look at him spread the court. Boy, Dragonis was able to get a pass. It was difficult, and Dornekamp misses. Pump fake, and then Iberostar is fouled by Ortner. And he comes up holding his right shoulder.
A big hit. I don't think there's a foul. You know, Iberostar is jumping towards Ortner as much as the other way around. So.
Yeah. Oftentimes, they'll give that to the offensive player, won't they, for initiating the contact?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the right call. That was against Ortner, that one. But, you know, Iberostar, if he's going to jump into the guy, he's got to take the hit. Again, just the speed of the Tenerife offense, so impressive. They went pick and roll, shot the 3, offensive rebound, threw it out, another pick and roll. You know, it's just so tough to keep up with the speed of what they do.
Meanwhile, Iberostar is perfect shooting. He hasn't missed a shot. I almost jinxed him.
I was going to say, I thought that one rolled out just as you were saying how he hadn't missed.
But he's the man of the hour right now. And the timeout, the first real adversity, Umana Reyer Venezia trailing by 8 points. And this is starting to get away from them a little bit here at the end of the first half.
Well, it's been all about the performance of Tim Iberostar, hasn't it? 17 first-half points, incredible. I remember watching him playing for Asvel a few years back, his first European season, and I've got to say, I wasn't that impressed. He was nothing like he's shown here today or this season. Really has just developed into the European game, found a nice home here in Tenerife. They suit his style, you know, and you could see how talented he is. Played at the University of Notre Dame, and you kind of knew, you could see his talent then, and look at the numbers, leads them points and rebounds.
Yep, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Well, they've got more offense probably on the court now for Umana Reyer Venezia. A lot of options with Ramos, Peric, Edgen, Haynes, even Milloy. And they get it to Peric and uses his body to shield the defender, and was hoping to get a foul called. So now a timeout has been called with 32.58 seconds remaining. And Abromaitis, it's a bit worrying over there. He's still holding his right shoulder, you can see. So he could get some attention.
He'll be okay. They get one, try and hold it here for a period of time. They probably won't go 2 for 1. I don't think they've got quite enough time to get a quick shot knowing they'll get it back. So take their time, get something drawn up. I mean, really, if Abromaitis is in, you got to look to try and use him, right? The way he's played, or at least the threat that he has, to see if the defense reacts so much to him, they leave somebody else open.
Lloyd, what worries you right now if you're Umana Reyer Venezia?
Tim Abromaitis.
There's Sergio Scariolo on the left, Sergio Hernandez on the right. Scariolo on the left there, the national team coach of Spain, and Hernandez, the national team coach of Argentina. And they actually most recently coached against each other at the Olympics, a game that was won by Spain. And that was an important game as well because it made Argentina face the USA in the quarterfinals.
No Abromaitis on the floor. Probably go pick and roll with Bogris. Everybody else spread. Yeah, White created problems early. And you get there, spread the floor. Bogris will wait and set this screen. 3 great shooters around White if anybody comes to help.
4 on the shot clock, 3. Over to San Miguel, shot clock winding down. They've waited too long, and the ball turns over. And really, it couldn't have gone any worse for Iberostar Tenerife.
I mean, they were hoping that White was going to break his man down, but he just never did. Defense on the ball, excellent, and the flare screen didn't get them any sort of advantage.
Now, Tenerife they've got a foul to burn here, and they probably will, with 4.74 seconds remaining.
A lot of time from the side, though. 5 seconds. You know, you do a lot of action before the ball even comes in bounds.
Haynes, Lucidi, a little breakdown for Iberostar Tenerife. And how not to finish the end of the first half. They just rewrote the book on that. They had a chance to go up bigger. They end up giving away an easy basket.
They just took a little momentum away because they played so well, really. They'll be frustrated, but get back to reality. How well they played after the rough start, you know, to have a 6-point lead right now.
So if you look at the stats, they've dropped a little bit for Venezia. The threes start. Well, welcome back, folks. The second half just getting started is Gregones, San Miguel, Fran Vasquez, Abromaitis, who now has some tape on his right shoulder, and Aaron Dornekamp starting for Iberostar Tenerife. Marquez Haynes, Stefano Tonut, Michael Brommels, Melvin Edgem, and Jamel Higgins is now in the game. So the coach looking to get a spark from Higgins. And almost a turnover there, but a foul called against the Iberostar Tenerife. And it was on Vasquez. I wonder if Fran Vasquez is the only player ever taken in the NBA lottery, as he was by Orlando, who didn't go to the NBA. Interesting, isn't it? Stefano Tonut drives in, and Dornekamp cleans up the mess.
Yeah, it looks like an open layup, but the presence of Vasquez is there, you know, challenging the shot. Even though he didn't get the block, you know, it's his defense that's responsible for the miss.
Well, Dornekamp where he wants to be, and another three-pointer with the extended follow-through.
Yeah, well, we took the defensive Venezia. Those are the threes they didn't get in the early stages. It was never a three that open.
Ramos drives in. Abromaitis read the pass beautifully. And Ramos called for the foul up high. They're just moving into those passing lanes and just taking them right away, aren't they?
Yeah, beautiful. And off the ball, the movement again. You know, reading the play very well indeed. There's so many smart players.
Fran Vasquez, touch pass to Abromaitis, and San Miguel with the rebound. So another chance. The Canary Islanders, Grigonis floats in, and Vasquez there for the rebound, and he's fouled by Higgins. So they're missing shots and they're getting offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and they're getting great shots as well. So they got the wide open three in the corner, which didn't go. An offensive rebound, great work from Vasquez again.
And that was a makeable shot from Grigonis, definitely. Now Grigonis again puts it on the deck, and that time it was well read by Bramos. What a great competition has been, the Basketball Champions League, all season long. Started all the way back at the end of September in the qualifying rounds for some teams. And now, unsportsmanlike foul called on Bramos. He pushed over San Miguel, and that's what San Miguel does to you. He really gets under your skin. Watch this again. Just kind of had left his arm back there and kind of. I'm not sure they called down Higgins. I think it was on Bramos.
No, they didn't.
So 2 free throws.
Bramos, yeah, that's right. Momentum. We talked about it loads today, and again, right now, something has got to change.
Javier Bayron.
I mean, and that's the man that leads their team in efficiency in the Basketball Champions League. He's not even playing, and still they're so good. Venezia have got to do something to change the game here. I'm not really sure what they can do. That's the problem. So many options for Tenerife. That's a good start, though.
He's got to be careful mouthing off. And now Bramos just completely lost the plot.
Yeah. He was too busy trying to talk to the referee as he was dribbling down, left the loose pass.
Bramos thought he had been fouled, was barking at the referee, and it's not looking good now for Umana Reyer. I think Bramos has lost his composure just a little bit in this game. Started well. And that was, watch this. That's where he wanted the foul, so he's talking. And as he's talking to the referee, kind of a lazy pass, as you alluded to, ended up in the hands of San Miguel. And clearly, Bramos and Dornekamp now going at it, and that's Dornekamp's kind of game.
Yeah, I think they're both enjoying it, to be honest. Venezia's got to go to edge him. I just think they need him as an X factor to get into this game. Here he is in the isolation.
And looks like he got bumped there. Anyway, the ball goes out of bounds and goes back to the host.
Yeah, come out of his hands. There was contact. They had lost it on the way up.
Just having one of those games so far. Grigonis. Abromaitis now drives in. Great effort from Edgem. And it'll be Venezia ball.
24-second violation. It's starting to get a bit feisty, this one, isn't it? Every time there's a drive, there's a lot of contact. Players starting to hit each other in the post. You see a little push in the back from Vasquez there. You know, it means a lot. I think Venezia are getting frustrated, and Tenerife are thinking they can turn the screws here.
It happens a lot with the Spanish teams, to be honest. They're able to get under the skin. And Thomas Rest, the captain, has checked in, number 14, the veteran. And McGee can't get it to go.
Just not on balance on the shot, McGee. I mean, he was open in his desperation to get away the three. He was just drifting on the jump.
Perich is going to come back in at the next dead ball. Dragonis again drives in, and Rest made sure there was going to be no shot. Got the block. But that man, Abromaitis.
Every time he's there to answer the call, isn't he?
Having one of his big games. Picked the right time to do it. Haynes. Pass into the corner to Edgem, and he was tripped by Dornekamp.
The referee's just going to try and get a bit of control on this one. Get some whistles going early.
So Edgem has to go out. Just can't get into the flow offensively.
Yeah.
Second foul, Dornekamp.
Going to try and change the look on their Rest on the inside. A bit bigger.
Thomas Rest for three. Boy, front and back of the rim stays out. They had such a bright start. After the first quarter, they had 21 points. And offensive foul.
And the way to look at this game is at the end of the first quarter, Tenerife had 1-3 and Venezia had 3. Now, midway through this third quarter or whatever, we see the action over there, foul away from the ball. You know, Venezia's had 4, so they've only made 1 since then. And Tenerife have got 4, so they made 3.
Tonu gets it over to Perich. Somebody's got to pick it up for Venezia. And he stepped out of bounds, Tonu.
Ogre's firing up the crowd here.
And look at Chus Vilareta on the screen there, pointing it out to the referee. Still plenty of time. Still plenty of time, but a lot of work to do now for Venezia. A lot. Abromaitis almost had the steal, and offensive goaltending there for the call against Rest. Goal interference. Ball on the way down over the cylinder.
Venezia just got to get this offense. They haven't scored in the third quarter yet.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 5 minutes now, scoreless.
So Vigiano's going to come into the game. They've had a couple of shots go in and stay out.
Yeah.
And now the push. And that is foul number 4. And Tonu, I suspect, is coming out of the game. Yes, he is. Vigiano comes in. Ordner also coming in, but we're going to have a timeout as you look at Tonu walk over to the bench. It's all happening right now for Iberostar Tenerife.
We want to see everybody dancing. Vogliamo vedervi a tutti quanti ballare. Queremos estar very scared. Puoi giocare duro. Gioca duro. Hey, defense. Immediately. Not me. To walk out in 5. In offense.
You can see Tenerife with 10 third quarter points, and Umana Reyer Venezia have yet to score 5 minutes into the quarter.
Well, if you look, the first 10 minutes of the game, they had 21 points. Since then, this next 15, they've only got 13 points. So that's the difference. They just haven't been able to score against Tenerife. I mean, we came in talking about how good offensively Tenerife are, but you've got to say defensively they've been very good indeed. Rotation. you know, off the ball is where they've made their money defensively, really. Done an excellent job rotating, anticipating passes. And plays like that with just pure energy.
Yeah, but that was a killer.
Yeah.
Bramos lost his concentration.
They got to the zone again.
Kirksey launched the three. Now McGee. And a foul called.
It's like the first time I think they've gone to the zone and got to stop. And it was only because Kirksey missed the wide open three.
Finally, the first point of the third quarter has come from McGee. Well, they showed in their loss in the first leg at Peter Karciaka that you can't count them out when they're trailing big. They cut what was a 17-point lead to just 3 points by the end. So don't think this is over by a long shot. Abromaitis. Shot clock winding down, and Kirksey had to put it up. Now Parrish has the rebound and tried to dribble it up, turns it over. Great play by Abromaitis. Kirksey. And now McGee takes it away from Bogris. And Abromaitis reaches in and commits the foul. And now you can sort of feel with the Iberostar Tenerife, they're losing it just a little.
Well, Venezia have done a good job just playing hard on those last couple of possessions. I think they were a bit unlucky not to get the foul on the first possession where Abromaitis took it away. That probably should have been called. They got him on the second chance, so we're where we should have been, but there's still a chance for Venezia. But,
we saw Banford in the first game struggling almightily.
Yeah.
And you know what got him back into the game? Free throws.
Yeah.
And guess what? They've just made 3 of 4. That was an opportunity. Should have had 4.
Well, defense can create offense at times. You get deflections, or especially when you're in a zone, if you get a stop, it's easy to rebound and run and get something cheap in transition.
Shot clock down to 6. Now Davin White puts up a 3.
Rebound, and now the chance to run, look.
And McGee has to look out for Kirksey. That's where he's dangerous. Parrish, quick touch pass to McGee. And then Viggiano steps out of bounds for the second time for Venezia.
And they moved the ball so well as well. You know, he arguably had the 3 if he was ready to shoot it. Instead, he puts a foot back to take the drive.
Better defensively now for Venezia. Davin White, the bounce pass to Bassis, and he travels. The door is opening a little bit here for Umana Reyer.
Yeah, well, it's such a low-scoring quarter, 10-3 now, as Tenerife have dried up since that timeout. What was it, on the 5-minute mark? So they've gone nearly 2 minutes without scoring. But for Venezia, they've just got to get, a couple of shots to get the confidence to get back again. Remember back to the first quarter, we were rolling up and down. Both teams looked really nice offensively at times.
Well, Filloy, I don't know if that was the pass that it was intended to, but it got it to Viggiano. And he put it up and cut that deficit to 11.
You just want to get into single digits, going towards the 4. That's the aim right now for Venezia. Anything above that is a bonus.
It just feels like Iberostar Tenerife have just kind of lost their rhythm a little bit on this end of the floor. Now to Bogris, and that'll calm the nerves a little bit.
Yeah. The defense was working for Venezia in that zone, and then they switch into man-to-man later in the clock.
And that was not a good shot, not good patience. Gordner comes up on Davin White. Bassis, I think maybe certainly good defense, had a hand in the face. Filoy to Peric, and the Croatian sensation drives in and puts it in.
It's an incredible finish. Just to avoid the contact, not to get a charge more than anything. Right there, aren't they?
And definitely the door is open for a comeback. This happens with Tenerife. It's happened a lot in the Basketball Champions League, but still, it's a sizable deficit. And Filoy commits the foul with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, they finally got the defense to work. It's the zone, and what happened early on was they couldn't make Tenerife make enough passes before they got a great shot, or they couldn't make them get deep enough into the shot clock to switch into the man-to-man. Now in this third quarter, they played it well, so the offense is starting to get deeper in the clock, and then they pick up man-to-man, and it's very hard to break down late on in the 24. So a much better job defensively by Venezia, and that's why they've been able to get back into this game.
So White makes 1 of 2. And here's the real problem is Dragonis comes back in. He's hurt them repeatedly with his drives to the basket. So maybe that'll solve the problem for Iberostar Tenerife.
The other thing is Abromaitis has been out for a long time. And only 2 points in this third quarter after such a great first half.
Edging. Peric for 3. And good box out from Bogris. And Peric read the pass, got the turnover. Now Edging flies in and desperate to get something going, draws the foul, gets the foul call on Dragonis. Watch this. Almost back to your point earlier about the offensive player initiating the contact and getting the foul. Boy, they're desperate for Edging to get it going.
Still scoreless, missed his first free throw as well. 0 of 3 from the field, 1 now from the free throw line.
Maybe if he just sees the ball go in once, maybe that'll make all the difference. And that gets it back to an 11-point game. Less than a minute remaining in the third. Bogris. Now Kirksey open. Good!
They'd left him open, I think, twice before. And he couldn't finish. That time he punished them.
Boy, that was a good attempt by Peric. Great hustle from Cornicamp to challenge the shot. And offensive foul.
He grabbed the shirt, you watch. This is the right call from the official. It was only quick, but you'll see it on the replay. Left arm of Kirksey as he's trying to post up, just grabs a handful of shirt. He lets go quick. It was just enough for the ref to see it. No, you won't see it from that angle. It's the left hand.
Still back to a 14-point lead. All the good work, just so difficult once you trail as they try to get it to single digits. And now traveling, turns it back. Full court pressure, trying to get something. Turnover, Bassis just breaks it. Now Dragonis, where he's been so effective and blocked from behind by Edging. Great hustle from Edging. And great attempt from Filoy, but at the end of the quarter it stays out. And it's a 56-42 lead for Iberostar Tenerife.
You could see really got hold of that third period. The opportunity for Tenerife just to break the game open. They held Venezia to 8 points in the third quarter, but still, you know, Venezia will say, maybe you got a chance still, even though the lead is now double digits.
Well, Tenerife right now just dominating the glass, 29-20. Look at that, 9 offensive rebounds. A lot of those on misses from deep. Venezia with the 14 turnovers, an indication that pressure is bothering them. So if they can go ahead and win this game, you know, for the home fans, obviously, that's what they're hoping for with Banvit waiting in the final. And Banvit might cause more problems for this Iberostar Tenerife team, just purely with their composure. I think all the pressure in the world would be on Theodore as the point guard, just because how many point guards are they going to throw at him? San Miguel, if they were to win. San Miguel, Davin White, Bassus, anybody.
At the same time, though, if you're picking a weak point for Tenerife, you might argue the point guard position. I mean, it's very hard to say it's a weak point because they're great team players, but you know, it's arguably not their strongest spot, that and probably the 5. You know, even though Vogris and Vasquez make a great combination, yeah, I would probably say it's Tenerife's worst spot, and it's the best spot for Banvit if that matchup does happen.
Oh, Bassus just goes right down the lane, but Edgem, a little bit of extra effort, challenged the shot. Now Haynes, Edgem kept it alive, gets it back, hands it off to Parrish, but the Parrish couldn't control it, rolls off his fingers.
What Tenerife doing? They're making that's a play too quickly. They're not used to playing at this tempo. So quick passes, having to catch it in areas they're not expecting, at speeds they're not expecting to do it.
Kirksey, remember that three-pointer that he hit? It really did stop the momentum from Venezia. Quick pass to Edgem. And Edgem still can't get it to go against Kirksey. Balto de Rafael just pleading with the referees to call a foul. I'm guessing on the drive by Edgem.
It wasn't hard to pick up. He said call a foul one time. He was pleading with the referee.
And now the worst case scenario really is Abromaitis comes back into the game. Also Fran Vasquez. Vogris goes out, Kirksey goes out. So that is a formidable 5 without question on the court right now. But he's still got Bassus in there. He's got the ball. Alley-oop pass! Oh! What a play! Bassus pinpoint perfection. And that's about as easy as it comes to flush for Fran Vasquez.
Oh, what a way to score your first basket.
Boy, that has got to be the play of the game right there. That was from behind the arc. And it was almost at an angle. Watch. Oh, no, we're not going to see it. That was behind. He had to catch it from over his head. Anyway. McGee goes baseline, hangs, misses. And the lead is back to 16. Bassus. Abromaitis. Jordan Dornicamp with a very long three. It's good! That is a dagger with about 8 minutes remaining. And Edgem goes up, puts it up off the glass and in, and draws the foul. So finally, a big-time move from him. At one end, the Canadian hits the longest three of the game, and then at the other end, another Canadian flies in and puts it up off the glass.
First field goal of the game from Melvin Edgem. Is it too late?
The lead is 17. Plenty of time. They've got to get stops, but can't miss free throws. Passes almost picked off by Edgem, and Dornicamp with a double dribble. Dornicamp almost kind of laughed that off, that turnover. Marquez Haynes. Back to rest, he can hit it. It's good. Three-pointer.
He's had two looks. One, how it bounced out, I never know. That one he made.
And back to a 14-point deficit.
Still not done. There's so long to go.
Tonu back in the game, guarding Bergonis. Back in the game for some energy. And they dump it over the head into Vasquez. And boy, that's tough to stop right there. That was a feathery touch.
Not much more you could do defensively. They fronted the low post. Rotation was there as soon as he called it. He still managed to finish.
And Edgem tries to power his way up for the two. Then he reaches and commits the foul. Third team foul. And that's just the foul out of frustration.
It's been a frustrating night for Edgem. I don't think he's had a good rub of the calls, really. There's a lot that could have gone his way on another night. And, you know, because of that, he hasn't got some free throws or got going that perhaps in the way he should. 1 of 6 from the field. He leads the game 3 points and 3 rebounds only.
Davin White back in, he's got it. Shot clock winding down. Davin White's going to have to put it up. And it's an alley-oop. And it's Vasquez. And I think they're going to look at it. I think Umana Reyer Venezia might have a point. Oh, no, they're going to say they're going to count it. No, they're not going to count it. Wait a minute. Have a look at this.
I don't think they should count. Oh, you never know. No.
It was after, and the referee just wipes it away.
Yeah, and here's the white ball, yeah.
Oh, well spotted by the ref there. Parrish left open. Clock starting to become the enemy now. Haynes, 3. And they thought it was an over and back that he had touched it. Tonu at the line. And Ramos open, feet set. Still can't get it to go.
Oh, what is it? 3 great shots there. I mean, a couple of them rushed, but that's their own fault rather than the defense. They got 3 clean looks, weren't able to take care of any of them.
So Iberostar gets in the lane, and Thomas Rest reached in, knocked it away, but Iberostar gets it back, and another shot clock violation. What do you think about that? 2 in a row.
Yeah, and I said we wouldn't get a lot. 2 in a row, I never thought we'd see.
So timeout. I'd say right now, still relatively comfortable for Iberostar Tenerife. Offensively, this Venezia team simply just struggling to put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is almost the last roll of the dice. He got 13 points in the second half here. So you've got to do something. How are they going to change it? Second timeout as well. something's got to be a bit different for Venezia. They've just got to start making some shots. Maybe a hand they haven't used before. That's why Thomas Ress is on the court right now. But you know, if another 2 minutes goes past and they haven't dug into this lead by then, it's going to be almost impossible to come back with a team as experienced as Tenerife on the other side.
So edge them out. It's Peric, Ramos, Ress, Haynes, and Tonu. Boy, Peric, nowhere to go. And then off the hands of Ramos. That's just great defense.
There's one offense gone. Missing without an empty possession. They can't afford them. Can't afford possessions where they don't get points right now.
Davin White goes in, pulls up, tries to sneak it in there. Ress has done a pretty good job of protecting the rim. Now Tonu able to get up, lost control of it. Haynes. Off 1 foot. Boy, no such thing as easy shots, really, for Venezia. Well, that's an easy one. Knocks it in.
Well, Thomas Ress, the veteran. I don't know why we haven't seen him earlier, really.
He didn't play in the first half.
No, he's only played 5 minutes in the game.
But he's hit a couple of threes.
Challenged, like, blocked shots and protected the ring, as you said.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
They made a little dent, but they still got a long way to go.
Yeah, I think the real killer has been Edgem, just hasn't been able to get on track. Obviously Higgins, I don't think they really depended on him for points. So for him coming back from injury, it's not that big of a deal. But Edgem clearly needs to put points on the board for Venezia to win ball games.
I think that, Edgem averages 11.5. He's got 3. McGee averages 10. He's got 6. Higgins, he's scoreless. He hasn't played a lot. He's come back from injury, but he still averages, 8 a game. So everybody is pretty much below their average. The only guy that isn't is Marquise Haynes right now. He has 10, he averages 9. So everybody's down. You're not going to get to the total you usually get, let alone anything else. So, and they haven't played, or you can't play that good a defense against Tenerife. I mean, they've only got 63 points themselves. So they've done a good job, really. Venezia on that end of the floor.
Well, they've got 14 fouls now after that one by Piloy. And now Peric fouls San Miguel as he tries to bring it up the floor. And San Miguel slow to get up right in front of us. So the players, you see Peric frustrated, getting up, going back down the floor. So San Miguel is going to come out of the game. He's a little woozy after that. Must have, wonder if he hit his head.
I think he just landed on the ball. People went on to see him, so that means he has to leave the game.
Okay. Who is that? Is that Sharona? So Byron Bastos checks into the game for San Miguel and will take his free throws. And fresh off the bench, San Miguel says, I do all the hard work and you get the points. And with that back to 15-point lead, rather. Umana Reyer Venezia, second place in the Italian Lega A. And now Filoy, well, almost missed that. Gets back two, but we're less than 4 minutes remaining. Filoy with the 4 points. Iberostar Tenerife happy to take time off the shot clock, the game clock. Abramitis now with the shot clock winding down, and he travels. So they get the stop, but they did manage to take 21 seconds off the clock, which I would assume that's almost acceptable.
Yeah, it's just the time's the enemy, isn't it? It was 5, now it's 3.5. The lead's still double digits. You know, you just get to that point where time's going to run out on Venezia. If they're holding or just chipping away slowly, you've got to go in a hurry.
It's going to be Peric, and then Abramitis reaches in, knocks it away. Great hustle by Peric to get it back. And then to Peric inside, and he is fouled. And boy, he's thinking, it's pretty physical in here, isn't it? Finally, I got a foul called. Well, Lloyd, if he makes both of these free throws, that was good defense though from Abramitis, wasn't it? Good recovery. If he makes both of these, that deficit is just 11 points. A lot of time left.
Yeah, you got to play a perfect game from here though. You got to get a stop on almost every possession, and you can't have anything empty. You got to make a field goal, or you got to get something from the line.
And that is not perfect right there. 12 points, the deficit. San Miguel back in the game. And now Dragones comes up. And he hands it off to Dornicamp. Offensive foul. Hooking on Abramitis or Dornicamp.
Both looking. I think it's Abramitis. Yeah.
It's Abramitis. Got tangled up with Haynes. Now, what do? Do you look for a three? You just look for an easy path to the basket.
I think if you can hit a three, great, especially Thomas Rest, but a score. You need to score.
Well, Rest got a little bit of space, but it also kind of rushed it.
Yeah. Now that, we said about the experience, Tenerife can just take the clock. You've got a mismatch, let's isolate that.
Kirksey for three. And that was a bad play from an experienced player. Although he was wide open.
Yeah, I just don't think he was ready to shoot it. The defense helped off him. The pass was coming, but he wasn't ready. So then when he caught it, he thought he should shoot, but...
Filoy to Rest. Oh, this time he passed up on the three. Peric drives in. And that'll be goal interference because the ball was going down. So now it's a 10-point game, Lloyd. And that's psychological, isn't it? Watch this.
Yeah.
Who was it that interfered with the basket? Oh, yeah, that was Dornicamp.
Yeah.
If they get a stop and go down and hit a three, it gets interesting. Gavin White turns it over. It was great play by Filoy, but then Filoy couldn't finish the job, had it knocked back away.
And the clock reset as well because he had control of the ball.
Gavin White doesn't wait, puts up a three, and now Edgem has it. And then San Miguel steps in front of him, and Venezia are claiming they should have called a foul on San Miguel. De Rafael is saying it was a foul. Edgem was right in the open floor. And difficult shot. Here's Edgem again. This time gets it to his point guard. Haynes back to Edgem. Hands it off, and good play, but Ramos doesn't finish.
Inside a final minute. Maybe too much now.
And that was a great play. Just didn't finish. So Iberostar Tenerife, they're hosting the Final Four. They've been one of the best teams in the Basketball Champions League all season long. They are closing in on a spot in the title game against Banvit. Banvit beat AS Monaco earlier tonight after trailing by as many as 13 points. And now we're set up for a real battle between Turkey and Spain. Iberostar Tenerife and Banvit. Unless something dramatic happens. Well, I'm probably just missing him a little bit too quickly here with 30 seconds left, but it certainly looks like it's going to be Iberostar Tenerife.
Well, we've seen it happen before, but you need a miracle. You know, you need a three, an immediate steal, and another three. If you're forced to take 15 seconds off this clock before you get a shot or a score, then the game, yeah, is fully done. There's no way back. Tenerife know that. All they're trying to do is just delay the game as much as they can right now.
Lloyd, I would say from a spectacle standpoint, from a Final Four standpoint, it's been a huge success already.
Yeah, fantastic atmosphere in here, yeah.
The first game probably better, but overall, just a great spectacle. A fitting conclusion, really. Now San Miguel out on Haynes. Remember, the clock very definitely the enemy. Parrish drives in, misses. Edgem with the rebound, still can't get it to go. Haynes for three, good. Hits a three, gets it to 7, but not much time, 14 seconds. Now to Davin White, up to San Miguel, and he just dribbles, tries to dribble out the clock. And they're not going to allow him to dribble out the clock. They want to take it away and go down and get a basket.
This is the exclamation point, isn't it, on an impressive performance from Tenerife, and not even their best offensive performance, I don't think, as well. Just 65 points on the game. Obviously, a couple more here, perhaps, but they've got a lot of room left. They only shot 25% from the three-point line. You know, you consider it at times you felt like they didn't miss, but still, they could shoot it far better than they have tonight. I think that's a guarantee. Guys like Grigonis, only 4 points for him.
Well, you look at those three guys, Grigonis, Dornicamp, Abromaitis. Those guys are a handful. But this is going to be difficult. It's going to be tough against Banvit. Iberostar Tenerife, they've taken care of business. They are 1 win away from the Basketball Champions League title, the first ever. They'll play Banvit in the final. They have won 67-58 over Umana Reyer Venezia.